This video is sponsored by Pitaka. Let's highlight some of their awesome new accessories. Today we've got some really amazing accessories in the studio and I want to show you them. They are from Pitaka and a collaboration that Pitaka did with Aries. These are some of the coolest cases that I've ever seen, the most aesthetic, the thinnest, because these iPhone 16 Pro Max, they're freaking massive, but it doesn't add a bunch of bulk, but it's also really protective. I've dropped my phone with this Pitaka case on it, and it's totally fine. So first, let's talk about both of the brands. Pitaka is a great tech brand. They make awesome products, and Aries is kind of like a cultural lifestyle brand. It's like a street culture brand. They've come together to show how cool it can be where tech and modern art kind of mingle together. For Aries, one of their main slogans is no problemo. It's just kind of a cool nod to them while on this beautiful case. But the coolest thing about this, in my opinion, is the fact that they've used in this woven fiber what they call lumintex technology to weave into the actual case this glow in the dark capability. And I think that's what's really great about this case is the fact that it looks good both in plain daylight, but also once it's nighttime, it kind of gets a whole different flair about it. I just think that's really awesome. Now let's walk through this case a little bit. Look at how thin it is on the top, the sides, but you still have full coverage on this thing, which is really awesome because there's a lot of cases where they try to be thin and yet you don't get full coverage, where on this you do. It's got the button layouts that you need for the camera button, the power button, all of that. And then this is something that I really like. You see this camera bump right here? You pay so much money for your cameras. The fact of the matter is that the cameras need to be protected on a phone. And this one, it's just so slight, ever so slightly over the cameras so that your cameras are not going to get hurt. So like for me, when I'm using this phone, I don't care if I kind of put it down. I know I'm not going to destroy the cameras over time. It's really well protected. Now let's talk about this lumitex technology that they have. What it means is that they have spools of fiber that they weave together on it. And in the spool of fiber, you can see all the different parts that are the green. That's the lumitex technology. That's what glows in the dark when you're using it. I'll make sure I get some B-roll so that you can see it. But it's just a very, very unique technology. And not only is it unique, it's also extremely bright. I've seen other brands that have glow-in-the-dark items, and they're just not that bright, and they don't last very long. This is super bright. When you're kind of put it on a table, you can see where your phone is at. It's actually pretty useful too. Now, the part that's not that lumitex part is still that aramid woven fiber, which is just, it's strong, it's tough, but it's also just razor thin, which is what I like the most. I don't like having massive things in my pocket. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is absolutely huge. If this case were any bigger, I don't think I'd like it, but I love the size of this case. And what's cool with this fiber, it's got what they also call fusion weaving technology, which means that there's different colors on the spool. You can see it a lot clearer in something like this case where that's all just one fiber that's woven together. It's just an amazing technology, and it creates incredibly cool looking cases. The other great thing about these cases is they are MagSafe compatible, and so you can do Qi charging on these. I charge mine every night by just popping it on the little MagSafe charger. It really works awesome. Now these cases are $69.99 US, which to me is worth it because you're spending like $1,200 on a phone. You might as well put it in a case that's not going to be ugly, it's not going to be big, it's going to be beautifully well made, and it's going to be thin and light, fit in your pocket just fine. Now speaking of Qi charging, they also sent me over this wireless car charger. Let's take a look at it real quick. Now that has been one thing for me that I have always wanted, is something that is a good car charger. We're sitting in our cars all the time. But the way that Pitaka designs things is, I mean, it is always just so beautiful, thin, light, functional. You take this part, you hook it onto the vents in your car, just like that. It kind of sticks together and you just put your phone on it. But watch this, bada bing, it works. If that was plugged in, it would be charging. And so just like all their products, they're sleek, they're nice. Like, look at this thing. It's not gonna be some ugly big thing that's gonna be a disaster to look at every day, especially when you don't put your phone on it. It's small, thin, light, and it's just so incredibly functional. Well done. And then in the box, they also give you a braided cable on top of what they're giving you. Man, nobody else does that. Nobody gives you this nice of a cable with something like a car charger. So that's really cool, but also part of their line with Aries that they have, they've got things like a lanyard case that you put your phone onto, and just little accessories like a no problemo keychain. Pretty cool stuff. Now the way that you do this is you take your phone case, you place the little lanyard thing in it, place your phone in it. Look how easy it is to snap this in place. Then you take the actual lanyard, clip it on like that, and all of a sudden you've got a very, very, very well protected phone. You can put it around your neck, all that kind of stuff. Just a really cool Really cool little piece of tech. And so these are just really cool products that go together from Pitaka and their Aries collaboration. And last but not least, we have their aramid fiber keychain. Let's check it out. So right here, unboxing it. It's now in the box, like that. Look at this. No problemo. It looks really dope, man. Like the alien on the inside right there. Pretty cool, man. These keychains, you can put it on your keys or you can just hang it from your backpack. It's pretty dope. So tell me in the comments below, what do you think of the Pitaka Aries collaboration with this tactile woven case, with the glow-in-the-dark capabilities that is awesome with their lumitex technology? Tell me your thoughts below. I highly recommend this case. Check a link in the description to get yours.